Have you ever wished that the original writers and developers of the original Mass Effect trilogy would come back to make Mass Effect as gripping and great as it was back in the day? Well, your wishes might have just been answered. Exodus is a brand new third-person sci-fi RPG with rich narrative and lore built into its universe, which we can get teases to right now, even before its official release. Made by some of the original developers and writers at BioWare from their golden age back in the day, including their original senior creative director James Olin, who is now the founder of Archetype Entertainment, which is the team in charge of making Exodus. Archetype Entertainment has a team of veteran developers from other teams like Blizzard, Naughty Dog, and of course BioWare, just to name a few. So I would say they know a thing or two of making games, let alone great ones, especially since these are apparently a lot of veterans in the industry, not just some newcomers coming into the fold. They are a studio literally made from the ground up, taking the industry veterans across the gaming space for one purpose, which is, as they say in their own words, to tell amazing stories in their favorite medium, being role-playing video games. And they are even backed by Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro. Originally revealed to the general public through the Game Awards last year in 2023, you are slated to be June Aslin, the Traveler, one of mankind's final hopes for survival in a confrontation with beings known as Celestials, where June is genetically half human and half celestial. June, from what they've said so far, is going to work a lot like Commander Shepard did when it came to Mass Effect. They've already said that the Traveler will be fully voiced, and will have a rough frame that they want to keep intact, which from there, you can then mold your version of June how you see fit. So don't expect Baldur's Gate 3 level of character customization, but character customization will be there if you want to change June's look. The Travelers are a group known as the last hope for humankind's survival as they travel through the stars looking to find and steal alien weaponry and technology from the most powerful beings in the universe, being the Celestials, which there seem to be many different varieties of, like the Marayama, which honestly deserve their own full video on what we know about them and speculation on how they'll play into our story. Exodus will have a more linear narrative as opposed to a more open world style, and the game is intended to have replayability, multiple outcomes, and endings. The developers have already let their ambitions be known about having this be the beginning of a franchise, with hopefully more games that will come in the same universe. Already, even before releasing this game, Peter F. Hamilton, which is one of the writers on the game itself, has released a book that is set in a different part of the universe hundreds of years after this one. And that book in question still teases characters and things that we will get to see in the full game. The book itself is titled Exodus: The Archimedes Engine. The reason travelers have to gather the technology in the first place is because this plot takes place 40,000 years in the future, where Earth becomes uninhabitable and humans send out arcs in order to find a new home for humankind. They then reach the Centauri cluster, where they find several inhabitable planets. Once they get the green light to go ahead and ship some humans out there to start inhabiting the planets, the first humans that arrive there then start going through a change, and that change makes them turn into Celestials, and are far from who and what they once were before. So far, we have been reassured time and time again that we will have to make some terribly difficult choices and make sacrifices not only of ourselves and our own personal relationships, but have sacrifices from the people around us as well. Where every mission we embark on, which in the words of those over at Archetype Entertainment say, every mission will have a major choice with impact.
Before you go on an exodus, you're going to need to make some really important decisions about your friends, your family, and your entire world. You're going to make these choices knowing that you won't even see the consequences for years or even decades. This gives extra weight to every choice that you make. Your choices are going to continue to have an impact throughout the entire game. A choice that you make before your first exodus might have big consequences upon your return. But there might be even bigger, unforeseen consequences from that same choice after your next exodus.
And in the reveal trailer, we got major teases of what our enemies look like, a snippet or two of the third-person gameplay we can expect, and teases at the ramifications of time dilation and major decisions we will have to make in the game. In the initial reveal trailer alone, we have a soon-to-be companion character known as Tom Vargas make a major decision to save his companion and try to stave off the Celestials from chasing her and getting the artifact that they found. And in order to do this, he goes through a sort of Mass Effect type of relay at light speed, making mere days for him be years in his companion's lifetime, until he eventually returns to their planet, with it being a couple of days for him, while she lived out her entire life, eventually passing from old age. This reveal trailer alone shows just what type of decisions and possible ramifications can happen when it comes to making choices and things that will be affected with time dilation in this franchise. When it comes to choices that will be drastic like this, they even tease something that sounded similar to what they pulled before on Mass Effect, where they seemingly hinted at the choice you make on Vermeer when you choose to save Ashley or Kaidan in Mass Effect 1. But that's not all there is. There's diverse and deep lore for almost everything they've revealed so far in the franchise, which we will be exploring in coming videos in the future, covering all the different species and aliens we can expect, how our Traveler is somehow infused and can manipulate Celestial-made technologies, and like I teased before, the Celestials themselves having different forms, groups, and a deep dive on how they came to be in the first place. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Through Q&A videos, they have teased that a gameplay showcase is supposed to be right around the corner, but they aren't quite ready to reveal when that's going to be yet. My assumption is that we'll be getting more information this coming December 12th during the Game Awards. And hopefully we'll get a new trailer which will possibly drop the date of the gameplay trailer if that one isn't already the gameplay trailer itself. But if you're eager for any news from them directly, they update their official website for the game pretty frequently, adding more information about the lore, subplots to expect, and announcements for the game. Oh, and all of this, and I would be so remiss not to mention, Matthew McConaughey is playing CC Orlev, who is confirmed to be a major character in the Exodus universe. And if that doesn't get you hyped for the game, I truly don't know what will. Overall, I'm very excited to see what the world of Exodus has to offer, and I'm going to be covering the heck out of this title, going deeper in lore and exploration of this universe than I have in any other game. But that's enough out of me for today. Let me know what you guys think about Exodus so far, if you're hyped for the game, and the potential trailer it might have during the Game Awards in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed or found it entertaining, make sure to scroll down and make that like button glow so we can reach our like goal of 25 likes for this video. While you're down there, consider subscribing as we'll be covering Exodus as updates come out, deeper lore on the game, other AAA games throughout the year, hilarious content, and more. As always, your support through your viewership, liking, and subscribing is always greatly appreciated and helps me out tremendously against the celestial threat that is the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to catch you guys next time. Peace!